Hello and welcome to the Express Worktop Stadium here. Oh no, the time to Sandy Lane here at Worksop Town. I'm your commentator, Adam Allcroft, here for this FA Trophy match between Worksop Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. We didn't think this game was going to be happening this year. Worksop Town obviously just steamroller to promotion from the Northern Premier League East last year. Going after losing on the opening day to Stockton Town, they went unbeaten in the league until this season. Now they're in the Northern Premier League Premier Division, and now they are fighting for the playoffs. The Steels, who easily could have joined them in the league, should just a few. The penalty kicks gone slightly differently at Stockton Town, and them gone and beat Long Eaton in the next round in that final. Could have been in the Northern Premier League Premier Division with them. Instead, we're back in the East, struggling at the bottom end, but on an FA Trophy run this year, having beaten Vauxhall Motors and Newton Aycliffe on the way to this. We found in the cup our first time in many, many years. As the Tigers welcome us to the jungle, we'll read out the teams for today. We'll start with Stockbridge Park Steel's team. So it's Ben Townsend in goal. Jordan Lemon comes in for Bailey Ty Baker. Jack Dolman comes in for the suspended Jack Tinker. Alex O'Connor comes in for the suspended Luke Hogg. Then it's Charlie Oglesby, Mitch Langton, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, and Thomas Poole, who comes in for the cup-tied Basil Zotos. And then Jack Watson makes up the team. The bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Curtis Davis, Oliver Novak, Luca DeFalco, and Andy Ring. The Worksop Town line-up is as follows. It's Paul Cooper in net, then Deegan Atherton, Josh Wild, Alexander Starsenko, Hamza Benjarif, George Taft, Terry Hawkridge, Paul Green, Vaughan Redford, Liam Hughes has scored in 6 games in a row, and Luke Hall. The benches Ben Tomlinson, Regan Hutchinson, Jay Rollins, Colin Daniels, Samuel Wedgbury, Jack Broadhead, and a man who knows all about cup runs, James Hanson. He played at Wembley for Bradford City in the League Cup final 10 years ago. Teams are all out here on the 4G pitch here at Sandy Lane. Worksop Town, one of the oldest clubs in the world, against one of the, well, relatively newer ones from 1986 Stocksbridge. Ross Goodwin, a former Worksop man himself, just doing the handshakes in the middle, shake with the Worksop captain Hamza Benshri, formerly of Notts County. Stocksbridge didn't come out well out of there. Either of the two games they faced against the Tigers last year. There was 4-1 here last year. Did take the lead within a minute, but then would go down 4-1. Henry Hampshire made his debut that day for Steels, and Hughes properly took him out for the first goal. Although it was a baptism of fire for the young lad. Lost 2-0. Steels lost 2-0 at Brackenmore last time out. So it's Worksop who will get kick-off here today as we prepare for an FA Trophy clash. First round in the trophy proper at stake here. Steels haven't been there for 7 years. And here we go. So Worksop Town kick us off in the yellow and black shirts with the black claw marks on it. Black shorts and black socks kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels in the all red kicking from left to right. Dolman's going to get his first touch onto it here. He actually takes it backwards, goes back to Turner and chips it over for Watson to have a fight with his fullback. And Watson will go against Atherton here. He's been forced backwards, having a little bit of a slip, but still on the ball. And he's got some overlap options, but he's been forced further backwards before he kicks it off the Worksop defender and gets the throw-in. Haggard Dolman, who gets big chance to impress today after coming back from injury, just in time for Tinker, who's suspended. Ball goes into the box. Goodwin causing a problem, and Coop catches it. Goodwin did catch the keeper there. No foul given for that, and it'll be quickly dished out here to Hawkridge, who right-footed gets it into the middle for Starsenko. Oh, a few decent touches in the middle for him before he passes it back to Ben Sharif. Looks like a 4-3-3 for Worksop today, maybe 3-5-2. We'll see how it goes as left-footed ball goes forward for Liam Hughes, but it's off target. Goes to Oglesby, then to Turner, who one touches it to Goodwin, who touched it to Poole. It sounded good, but it looked worse than what I was saying it was, as O'Connor simply passed it into a Worksop player, and Worksop will look to get on the attack now, but Lemon's done well to intercept it. Goes back to Wild here, who's going to send one for Hall to chase down the left-hand side. Lemon fighting with him for that one. but Worksop win the battle. Goes to Hawkridge, who opens up his body, right-footed, switches play over to Atherton on the right-hand side. He chests it down well, then gives it back to Green, the former Doncaster Rovers man, puts it into the box, headed away by Oaksby, but Oaksby gets fouled in the process. A free kick to Stocksbridge Park Steels. Both teams looking to play football in the early parts of this game. It's back with Townsend, another former Worksop man, was actually their goalkeeper coach during an injury he had here. With how close the two clubs are locally, you do end up getting quite a few players who've played for both, as the programme feature usually goes. Ball goes long here, looking for Watson, but headed away from him, goes to O'Connor, who has tried to spin out of trouble, gets a little trip, but he's going to continue on. Bulk trying to get through, and then the advantage is given after he gets down the second time. Looks like two Worksop players collided into each other as well at the same time. Do make sure that you are listening to us here. Do feel free to comment on our YouTube chat. We'll try and shout you out during the process of commentary, whether you are Stocksbridge or Worksop today listening. Stocksbridge have this early opportunity from the free kick. Thomas Poole back on free kicks. Missed the last couple of games with an injury and be back starting today. Take advantage of Zotos being cup tied. Looking to get it right foot on the left hand side. This free kick. Want to try and chip in or maybe even kill into the bottom corner if Cooper's not aware. Here comes the right foot one. Look for the near post, and I think he's misdone that completely as it's going out for a goal kick at Cooper's near post. Paul Cooper on loan from Barnsley, and we've seen a couple of times. Saw him at the friendly for Barnsley, the only pre-season loss the Steels had this year. We will try and let you know about any score updates from other grounds in the FA Trophy involving teams from our league and also in the Northern Premier League East. Watson, well, I thought Watson just got to the top, but Stockford are giving away a foul roughly around the halfway line. So it'll be Worksop's ball here. Back here for Terry Hawkridge to take, right-footed, looking for Hall here, but Lemon gets the header away. Going to go out for a throw in there, about just 12 yards away from the corner flag. Wild goes over to take this one. Throws it to Hall, who takes a good touch, but then Lemon gets a footing, gets it away, but only to Green, who has to pass it back to Hawkridge after being closed down, and then Hawkridge is looking for his space, and the ball gives it to Hall, who's still got a way to go. Then back to Hawkridge. He's thinking of the shot, he's going to chip it over, but Lemon gives a crucial header, still in the box. Hughes looks to turn and shoot, does! Great save, Townsend! Well, that's the danger of Liam Hughes. Scored 6 games in a row now. It's just a snapshot from him. Turn shoots. Townsend has to be on top form to make the save there, and it's going to be a free kick on the right-hand side for Hawkridge to take. 2 balls on the pitch, there's going to be a brief delay for that. So Steels have to defend. Worksop a big side to say the least. It feels like every one of their players is over 6 foot tall. Looking for the far post. The header goes in, and it's almost there. The header coming in from Liam Hughes again. Rose higher than everyone else. He is going to be a handful for the likes of Oakley and Langton to deal with today. Back for Townsend, goal kick. Steels get let off there early on into this game. 4 minutes gone, and it remains 0-0 here between Stockbridge and Worksop. Townsend right footed sending forward, looking for Poole, who gets a good touch first time, creates a bit of space for himself, sends one for Goodwin to try and chase, but that looks like to be cut. It's been covered, and it has before being booted out by Taft there. So Lemon will head forward for the first time in this game to take this throw in. And I think Stockbridge have had more attacks already than they had the last time these two sides faced at Brackenmore. And throws it into the box, looking for Rawson, takes the touch, is being forced outwards here, trying to keep it in. Rather than go out for goal kick, left footer goes into the box, but goes out as well. And then big boot away from Starsenko, goes to Hughes here on the left-hand side. Right footer takes it in, missed by Turner as it goes to Green, and Goodwin misses with a vigorous tackle. As it's going to go back now to Atherton on the right-hand side. Worksop passing their way around in the midfield before getting it across into the middle for Green, and then back to the right side for an Atherton who's pushing up. looks to get it into the box. Obviously looking for Hughes on this far post. Townsend comes and claims it well, though. So, first goal in the Northern Premier League East to tell you about. Grimsby Borough have taken the lead against Sheffield FC. As Stockbridge clears one out lacrosse, but headed away here by Taff. Goes to Goodwin, tries to get a pull, but it's been intercepted. And then Wild looks to turn this into a counter, but then he slows it down. Left footed looks for one for Hughes to try and chase. And Hughes is going to get it on the left hand side. He's going to be battling with Oglesby, and then it bounces out. It's going to be another corner kick Worksop. The Tigers having the better of the early moments of this game. Harvey Tomlinson was the one who scored for Grimsby Borough. Seals will have another tough corner to defend. If defending like the last one, it could be problems. Going for that far post again. Headers there. It goes into the side. Netting. Vaughan Redford this time. Set piece is going to be a big problem for Stocksbridge today. Look from the early moments. And Townsend Pred takes goal kicks. Stocksbridge have had some sketchy moments here. Goal in the FA Trophy to tell you about between is North Ferriby have taken lead against Step-Free Atherton Collieries, a side we upset in the FA Cup last year. Well sent it on to Watson, controls it well, gets it over to Goodwin, then back here to O'Connor. First touch not the greatest and does allow Hawkridge to get in and tackle him, and it's back in the Worksop defence. Yes, I think Steele's attacks need to be pinch perfect to get through this Worksop defence today as Redford tries to get themselves out of that right wing back position, and then it goes out for a free. 7 minutes gone in this game. It is 0-0 still, but Worksop have had a few chances. Townsend already had one impressive save. Going away to Ogilvy, who heads it, and then O'Connor keeps in, sends one down the line, but Ralston's going to try and put some pressure on Benstreet because he's going to take that on pretty simply, and he's going to just, Benstreet's going to cover it well before it goes out for a goal kick. So it's back for Cooper Tech, who takes it short, but as I say, takes short, he gets told by the referee for it. And then Cooper will take his time over it. Now he's been told off once. And we'll now go for the long option. Hughes in an offside position at the moment, but as it goes long, and Hughes is going to head towards it here, and then Oglesby heads away as Hughes is going towards it and headed back, and it's into midfield now as it goes back here for Taft, who will take it left-footed, looks for the wing, but this time, oh yeah, I thought he was overhit then, but he hit it perfectly actually to the right wing. Then back to Green, who will look to put it sideways to Hawkridge, who continues to take it forward, right-footed, looking for the run of Wild, and passes it in first touch, and Stockbridge haven't got it away just yet as Hall tries to dance his way through, but then the tackle goes in, and he's back with Lemon, and Lemon will just boot that one out of, well, I thought almost out of the ground into the stand. Comes off the top of the stand we're in here today. Back here for Wild to take this throw in, goes centrally, and then across here for Green, who will carry it forward. Right foot to do it through to Hawkridge, and then Hawkridge is carrying it and will continue to take it forward before giving it back now. It's to Hughes, one touch passing happening between for Worksop at the moment. As Green will take it and get it across the pitch. By this time last season, it was already 1-1 between the sides here at Sandy Lane. As Worksop carry it forward with Hawkridge. Back to Wild. Worksop being patient in their build-up, and Stocksbridge just refusing to leave their shape. As it's back all the way back in defence with George Taft now, and this is just Worksop trying to just tease it out and then look for the one pass, and they've tried to find that pass here. Hawkridge tried to flip it out to the right wing, but they couldn't keep it under control, and it's going to be a throw-in for Stocksbridge. The keeper Stocksbridge's shape winning out in that fight. With Dolman instead of throwing it, we'll wonder if we'll see Dolman's attacking ability from that role later on in this game. As O'Connor heads this one away, Ross tries to set it down, get a bit confused between him and Watson, and Worksop nip in and get it. And Worksop will again just build it out like they normally do, as Wild will knock it along to Hall. Hall beats one man, cover goes past Lemon, and then we'll try the kill of the pass looking for Hughes. Hughes has got the pace of Langton, and Hughes done well to keep it in. Pass it back into tap for Hall. Left footer puts cross in, blocked. Hughes keeps it in before he's going out for a throw in. You'd rather he was out there than in the box, but he puts it into midfield now and then back with Hawkridge. What other play seems to come through him today is they switch it out to the right side. Starsenko is going to take the shot. It's blocked by Dolman. Starsenko is going to try and head it back into the problem zone. Goodwin's trying to nibble him with a tackle and eventually goes back to Dolman, and Dolman will send the long clearance down the line and out of play for a throw-in. And goes in and stops it as Worksop control play, and returning with a bit of a foul, but will continue continued until Stocksbridge won the ball and the advantage came into play. 11 minutes gone in this game so far, as it is 0-0 between the two sides. Worksop have a free kick quite close to their own bench on the right hand side, about 5-8 yards away from the halfway line. As it's Hawkridge to take this free kick. And he's going to take it short now. And he gets it back. Then back again to Green. Right-footed into the box looking for Hughes. Goodwin heads it away. It's going to be actually going to be a goal kick there. I thought came off Goodwin last. Obviously Hughes must have got something onto it. So because Goodwin, interesting. Ross Goodwin and Thomas Poole signed for Worksop on the same day about 5 years ago. As it goes back to Mitch Langton, you can actually go find that picture of Goodwin and Poole signing together. It was a grass pitch here then. It's now 4G. As Lemon's told off for going a bit too far forward. And then has a little moan to himself before smiling. So I think some of the fans give him a little jeer over there. Big long throw down there before head away by Taft. Poole heads it up into the air before it's caught away by O'Connor, who sends one down for chase, but no one's chasing it. It's a useless ball, really, and back in Cooper's arms. Stockbridge need to make more of the possession when they do actually get it. Because as Cooper will right-footed send it away. Hey, Oglesby will headed beyond him, and Stockbridge could get caught out with Oglesby a bit committed, a bit forward for that. It's gone to Hawkridge on the right-hand side. He's carrying it forward, tries to get it into the centre. Oglesby's the one with a key block. Back for Turner, who clears it away. Rawson will look to hold it up. He heads it on, and Cooper's going to come way out of his box here to pass it. And it could have been, but almost plunged himself into a bit of trouble. Cooper's pass. Rawson just needed to be a little bit quicker, and Worksop are able to recover from it, but could have been dangerous, that one. As it's now on the right side, as Atherton pushes forward. Carry on forward, right foot across going in. It's gone through into the centre. Worksop looking to turn and shoot through Redford. Touches it sideways, but intercepted by Turner. And it goes through to Rawson, but then the tackle goes in from Taft, and it's going to go out for a throw-in here. Going to be actually came off Rawson last. It's going to be a Worksop throw-in. Out to Taft here. Then back to Green, who dropped into central defence to collect that. Then across to Ben Sharif. Everyone has to get to the ball as the right-footed looks to get to Wild, and Wild will head that into the box, but then Goodwin will intercept, and back to Langton, who boots that one away. Rawson's going to look to challenge for it. He puts his back into Ben Sharif, but Ben Sharif gets it, and it's going to go back to Hawkridge here. So it's, well, the possession stats must be something else for this game at the moment. As it goes to left side, Wild puts a cross in and headed away by Oglesby. Parsley goes to Green, who thought about the shot. Instead, he's going to put it to Atherton on the right-hand side. Didn't bounce right for Green there. Green will then get it to Hawkridge here, who's again looking to probe the way through. Tries to put it through. O'Connor intercepts and gets it out to Rawson, who's looking to turn. He's got no committed runners for him. Only is tackled. That's why you needed someone running off him there to try and create the attack. As Worksop get the ball back here through Wild here on the left-hand side in the Stocksbridge half, and then back to Starsenko, and across the field it goes as, again, this patient build-up again. Green gets it to the right to Redford, then on to Atherton, who he's got a few committed runners, but instead he passes it central and all the way across to Hawkridge. Hawkridge, right-footed, looks for the killer run, and it may be there, but Dolman gets the header, and it's headed into the air and appeals for an offside, and the offside flag goes up. 15 minutes gone, remains 0-0 at the moment. Back for Townsend here to take this free kick. That's like a goal kick. North Ferriby are now 2-0 up on Atherton Collieries. Danny Earls, the latest goal scorer. Long ball goes forward and it's headed away to O'Connor. O'Connor controls and goes down the left-hand side and continues to go down the left side. So he's past one man. He's got two men round now. Tried to slip through to Watson. Watson didn't seem to go. No, he's going there. Being cleared out to Langton, who then gets tackled by Turner of all people. Langton does get it, take a chance. Gets it to Oglesby, who then passes it back to Townsend. Townsend's going to be pressed by Starsenko here. Townsend has to have one boot took away. Looks for Poole, head away by Wild. It's going to go all the way to Hughes and then back in Worksop control now. Well and truly is Hawkridge will look for the run of Hall. Finds him. Really good pass there. Gets it to Hall. Left-footed. Blocked by Poole and out for a throw-in. Just seems like just these slight miscommunications in attack for Stockbridge let us down, and you can't get away with any mistake against this Worksop defence. The defence can't make any mistake today as well with how free scoring Worksop are at times. Beat Blythe Spartans 5-0 in an FA Cup replay this week. It is going to be a long throw for Stocksbridge to defend. Atherton's long throw goes in, and it's going to go all the way through. Townsend has to punch it away. Appears for a free kick from Stocksbridge as it's not cleared completely yet before O'Connor hooks it away. Watson tries to get to it, but it's going to go back to Wild, who takes a good touch and gets it to Hawkridge. He's going to be pressed, and O'Connor get a foot in, and then Goodwin almost gets in, but the pass is off target. It's going to be a throw in the Worksop after Stocksbridge. It's some good pressing of Worksop there. Lemon will look for the throw in here. I thought it looking for Rawson, but knocked away from him. Back to Poole, who tried to a bit of skill to get away, but he immediately tackled after trying that. It's going to go back to Wild here, who puts it into the middle for Green, who again gets it to the right side. It's just worked upon the ball for a large amount of time here as it's back in with Green and gets it to Hawkridge. They've seen a lot of the ball already in this game, and they're going to look for the run of Hall, who's been left plenty of space, and he's got it well, holds it down really well. Hall looks to beat Lemon. He's into the box. Lemon's still there. He puts the cross in over the top of everyone, and then going to go. Well, it's still not out to play yet, and it's actually and Atherton gets the last touch off. It looks like peeling for a free kick, and they have earned a corner actually off Dolman there. So another dangerous set piece for the Steels to defend. Grimsby Borough have taken a 2-goal lead against Sheffield FC. Jack Richardson scored the latest from. Right-footed corner going in, headed away well by Oglesby. It's going to go to Hall on the edge of the box, who gets it back onto Hawkridge on the right-hand side. Takes the touch inwards before giving it to Green, and he's going to put it into the box again. Headed across the 6-yard box. Hughes tries to keep in. Appeals for a handball on Dolman. It's going to be another corner kick. The appeals have started. Another corner for Stocksbridge to defend. That one was dealt with a bit better, but here comes another one looking for Hughes, and there goes Hughes with the header, but it's going to go over the top of the bar and be another corner kick. It's 3 corners in a row. That has triggered some of the Worksop fans into life here. Here it comes, right-footed ball, and it's Oglesby with a good header away. Good job because Taft was there, just behind him with a free header on. Back to Green, who's been forced back into his own half here, and all the way back to Cooper. Watson's going to press him, and Cooper slices it a bit. Turner's racing onto it, and he just miscontrols it there, Turner, before continue to fight for it. Dolman's going to get onto it now on the left-hand side, and he's going to charge forward with it. It's the first time we've seen Dolman in the opposition half, and looking for the overlap, but Watson's passes are not there. Dolman continues to press and cause problems. Ben Sharif on there, and Dolman gets him a good tackle, and can't keep it in, but it is going to go for a Worksop throw right next to the flag. It's great work from Jack Dolman there, who's caused a lot of problems that I don't think Worksop were quite expecting. Going to be an early substitute. Hamza Ben Sharif is going to be heading off. And coming on is Jack Broadhead. So it must be a knock to Ben Sharif. He hadn't noticed anything with him, but it's going to... but he's going to head off, and Broadhead is coming on very early into this game. Broadhead did score against Stocksbridge last time we played here at Sandy Lane. So 21 minutes gone. It remains 0-0 here. Haven't seen who the armband switched to. So it's back. Worksop will look to get this away from their own flag, and they've headed up into the air after that. Watson gets the next touch, then Goodwin heads it forward. Rawson's going to try and get onto this as Broadhead's first touch is a header backwards, and Rawson pressed it, but it goes out for a goal kick after it's knocked off him. So it's going back to a goal kick for Cooper to take. Cooper has to go fetch it over by his own corner flag there. Say hello to Paul Turner, saying listening in sunny Cyprus. Come on, Steels. Glad to have you listening, Paul. He's back with Cooper now. He's over for his opposite side of his box to take this. And we just wait time and right footed. He's going to send it forward. Ogsby will look to head this away. Heads off the back for Worksop play, but Ogsby's penalised for a push in the back. And it's going to go further on. I think Worksop fans not happy to seeing that Goodwin's knocked it away, the ball. And Josh Wilde continues to complain at the referee about that. Referee's not seen it though, I don't think, so. It is going to go back now for Hawkridge to take this very central free kick. But they will try and get this into the box. That's what Worksop do like. They like pinging balls into the box for Liam Hughes. He's actually going to take it right footed quickly to Atherton, who's in space. Lofted ball into the box, headed away by Stocksbridge. But it's still with Worksop. But as I say that, there is actually an injury in the box for a Steel's player. The Worksop player's not happy with it. Worksop fans, not happy with that. And we are going to see Pete Goldstraw, who's the temporary physio, with Sam Ewens currently on holiday. And you just want to wish him congratulations on getting engaged this week. Yeah. Yeah, he's got engaged. Oh, so I'm getting told not actually technically a physio. There are very strict rules about what's called a physio and what's not, and it turns out we have on the committee someone who is actually a physio, and they get picky about it and tell me off. So Pete doing some treatment. We are going to be some time because Pete's going to get back off the pitch at some point as well. As he's doing well. I'm not sure what the correct term is because I've called the physio again. I'm going to get told off again. So Stocksbridge have held out quite well. The defence has been relatively solid so far. There have been a couple of chance works up, but not too many. Not compared to last time, anyway. So worth mentioning, by this point in this game, it was already 2-1 to Worksop against the Steels. By this point in the game at Sandy Lane last time out. Yeah, it was a great game. Well, not a great game for us, but it was a side with two teams in incredible form. Not the case this time. Worksop in good form. Stocksbridge definitely aren't. Worst form of the entire Northern Premier League East at the moment. As this delay is happening quite. I've still not been able to identify the stock player that's gone down. I think it might be Mitch Langton. Pete's continuing to administer a treatment down there. It'd be concerning how long this is lasting. There isn't really much central defence help on the bench. It would have to be Bailey Ty Baker coming on and probably Jordan Lemon going into centre back. And obviously with his height, that would be a concern against someone who's about 6'5" like Liam Hughes. It's actually not Mitch Langton. It's Ross Goodwin there, who's gone down, the former Worksop player, who's got a bandage round his head for that now. Obviously got a bang to the head during that. And it's going to be I think it's going to be a drop ball, not a free kick, despite the fact that obviously, in fact, Goodwin's had a bash to the head, so that was no foul was initially given. Obviously, whatever happened to Goodwin got missed. It's now back for Hawkridge to get the bounce ball. It's going to end up being a bit like a set piece. He's going to take it and then right-footed quickly puts it into the box. Far end, Hughes heads it off the back, and then Starsenko, who is looking for the shot here at the edge, but he's being forced wide. Back to Appleton, who lofts the ball in, headed away by Langton. And then it's going to go to the left-hand side, pin back now to Hawkridge, who's right-footed, going to ping another ball into the box. Rawson heads it away. Watson's trying to get onto it to get it away, but he goes to Atherton, who tries to get to the right-hand side. He overhits it, and it's out for a throw-in. Goodwin, who's now not got the bandage on his head, will return. You'd think he'd like having the bandage on his Ross Goodwin. I feel like Terry Butcher might have been an icon for him. And uh, that was a joke from Graham Furness. So that's what you get from some chairmen. You get people who say, "Oh, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that." From our chairman, you get puns, and I'm not sure what's worse. Terrified that you're going to hear a statement from chairman, or you're going to hear pun from chairman. Ball goes long to Watson here, who I thought may have been offside here. He isn't being adjudged, so he cuts backwards. Right footer looking for the Rawson. Rawson almost gets it. He's just trying to stretch out a leg, and he can't get enough onto it. I think there was an offside in the build-up. It would have been a bit unfair on Worksop, but Worksop trying to build out quickly here, but then they've overhit that pass, and it's going out for a throw in here. As the linesman here gets some words said to him again from the fans here. Lemon, long throw down, looking for Rawson. Heads it on. Watson will try and drop in, but Wild clears it away. Hughes then heads on. Oh, he's going to track it. He's got Redford hovering, clears it away, but it's only going to get to Green, who then puts it to Hall on the left-hand side, cuts inside it. Gets it to Starsenko, who switches play well to Hawkridge, who's now switched on to right wing at the moment. Got an overlapping option but instead he's going to ping the ball himself into the box. Goodwin heads it away, and then Hull will knock it away, but it only goes to Wild, who holds it down well. He's had to go central before passing it on to Hawkridge, who moves in centrally into Wild, who's got an opportunity for shot, takes it, blocked by Oglesby. He's going to go all the way for a throw in about 15 yards into the half. Throwing goes in, and then back to Starsenko. Then across from Taft to Broadhead, the substitute who came on around the 22nd minute mark. On for the captain Hamza Ben Sharif. Not too sure why, but it didn't look like Ben Sharif had an injury. But obviously, think he might have said something to the bench that we don't know about and don't want to aggravate anything. Throwing two Worksop here in a good attacking position now. 28 minutes are gone in this game, and it remains 0-0 here. We're over halfway in the first half. And it will be an Atherton long throw here. Here comes a very long throw here, headed on into the 6-yard box, and Townsend collects. You always do worry when you see the ball bounce in the box. It's the thing your defenders are told never to let happen. And it's going to be Townsend who takes his time. Right-footed, sends it down, looking for Rawson, who is headed away by Broder pretty simply. It's going to go back here for Langton, who will volley it back to Townsend, and he's going to be put into some trouble by Starsenko. He just has to knock it out for a throw-in. Bit of a hospital pass from Langton, but I don't think Langton could do much else either. Back for Atherton to take it on the right-hand side here. He's going to do another long throw this time. Here comes Atherton's long throw now. Broadhead heads it on, but volleyed away by Turner. And then back to the right side, back for Atherton. He's going to put the ball into the box. Touchdown on the edge by Broadhead, then knocked away, and it's going to go to the edge to Starsenko, who spreads it out here to the right-hand side to Hawkridge. Cuts inside away from Dolman. Left-footed ball goes in, looking for the far post. Hughes pushes off the back of Goodwin, and the foul will be given. Noticing that Ross Goodwin has been particularly told to mark Liam Hughes in those situations seems to be the tactic that Ian Richards is using to try and keep Hughes quiet today. So he scored 6 games in a row. Now 10 goals, 6 games. And it's back for Townsend to take this free kick. Right footed down line, looking for Rawson, who's getting dragged around a bit by Broadhead, but nothing's given for that as goes forward looking for Hughes, who heads it on, and then Lemon heads that away and hooked away by Turner to Goodwin, then back to Langton, and Langton will send one Watson to chase, and Watson, and he's trying to make the most of a Broadhead slip. He gets it on the right wing. He needs some support here. He hasn't really got it on this right hand side. He's going to go himself, and he is getting it. He's in the box. Watson pings it across, cleared at the near post, almost into his own net there. By tap. It's a Stocksbridge's first corner of the game. Rawson, I can see, is having a little mode to the referee saying he's getting his neck grabbed. And we do that. And Stocksbridge have an opportunity from the set piece. It's their first corner of the game here on the 31st minute. And Thomas Poole taking. Could have easily ended up in his own net there. Taft didn't really get the cleanest contact on it as he tried to clear away. Great work from Watson, who managed to beat physically the much bigger Josh Wilde. We're just waiting for this corner from Thomas Poole. I presume here comes the corner. Goes right to Langton, who heads it well wide, and Watson's trying to keep it. Watson does well to keep it in, keeps it alive here, trying to beat his man to still as he's in the box on that left-hand side, touches it back to O'Connor, takes it left-footed well over the bar. O'Connor, I don't know if he was trying to ping that in or how to take it as a shot, but whatever it was didn't work. That mixture of a cross-hand shot doesn't work and goes over, but some good attacking play from the Seals, promising for the rest of this game. It's now back for Cooper to take this goal kick. Long ball forward from Cooper. It's going to be Oglesby who's going to have a clean head away against this. Rawson will then head it up into the air, and unknown's really challenged to follow in, and Wild will be able to clear that. We can't keep it in though, so it's going to be a throw in for Stocksbridge. Interesting. Even though there's 5 games on in the Northern Premier League East today, there is only 1 game with goals at the moment. As that throw-in is headed backwards by Worksop and not cleared properly yet. Watson's deflected takes that, and then Goodwin's won the ball there. Back to Turner, who one-touch passes it to Poole, who is looking to beat his man. It's a slip over from Wild, and he's going to cut back with Poole to Turner. Takes a touch, carries it forward, then to Lemon. Lemon right-footed, poor ball from Lemon, and it's over into the stand. The new stand that's been built in the last year here by Tigers. But it's better from Stocksbridge, better. Who started to show some attacking intent in this game. So Cooper will once again take the goal kick. He's taken a few in the round. A few recently, which is a decentish sign. Left-footed, sending it forward. It's going to be Oglesby who knocks it away into midfield. Watson looks to get onto it. He does. Touches it back to O'Connor, who's going to try and send a pass in front to Watson, and it's a good one. Watson's tearing away on the left wing here. Tries to look for the pass off the back heel. The Worksop defender, Goodwin, comes and collects it back to Watson, who's looking to see if he can get it in this time. Looks it right-footed, takes a shot cross, and it's blocked at the first attempt, and they'll pass it out of trouble here. But that pass looks a bit loose. Turner stretches it, and he takes a bit of a touch, and now it's going to be charged forward here with Green, and Worksop have some space to work into. Redford on the left wing. Looks to cut inside. Stockbridge have got their players back now as it goes to Wild, and then it's slipped over by Worksop, but still not properly away before Lemon boots it out to Rawson, who flicks it onto Turner and gets it back to Rawson and back to O'Connor. And it's just pressure in the back every time before Lemon just clears it down long, but no one's there. And then Cooper will come and collect it on the edge of his box with his speed before passing it out to Broadhead. Broadhead carries it out. Very confident with the ball. I see Broadhead. As he continues to have the ball after passing it, then getting passed right back to him. Right footed now, looks to send it to Redford on that into the box, but Lemon ends up chesting it down to Townsend. Wasn't sure what Lemon was going to do with that for a second, but in the end it worked out well because it's in Townsend's arms. Right footed, sends it looking for Rawson here, but he tries to head it across, but no one's there for it. It's just going to go to Cooper here. Goodwin was trying to press, but can't get to it. Head up into the air by Oden, then Dorman will boot it down the line. Goodwin's there for it, but he's in a well offside position, so he can't really do much. Back for Cooper now, who will Right-footed send this long. Lucky for Redford, but Lemon heads it up into the air. Hughes will now look to control it. It bounces away from him. No, AstroTurf not working for him there. As it goes back to Turn and then to Poole, who's very deep. Pass it out to O'Connor, who's Rifle's going to send it on. And Rawson will chase. Rawson might win out in this fight as well. He touches his arm there and he will get penalised for it. Rawson grins and laughs at that, but he knows that was the right case. Cooper will come and take this free kick. Ball going long here. Headed away. Into midfield. Watson gets dragged down. Nothing given. Well, so it's given just as good when he was about to get out to turn into attack, and will be a free kick. You know, in the South Yorkshire, both Sheffield teams actually drawing 0-0, so they'll take both teams would take that at this point. Is it back for Langton? Who's going to take? It's on the exactly on the centre circle. Actually, this is on the halfway line, but Stocksbridge going to look to see if they can turn this into attack of sorts. Right-footed looking to get it into the box, headed away though by Atherton and then headed on by Greenwell. Dolman goes onto it well. Dolman charges forward. It's caught under his feet before trying to touch it on, but no one's there for it, and Cooper will go and collect it. 37 minutes gone in this game, remains a 0-0. Stocksbridge being repressive in defence. Liversidge have taken the lead in their game against Winterton. Alex Wallerton has scored there, and as Green will take it in defence and carry it forward to Atherton, who crosses the halfway line. Puts it onto the right-hand side now. Is just Hall there on the right wing. Has switched to that right-hand side to see what he can do against Dolman. Looks to beat Dolman now, but he can't get past him for pace, so he has to pass it back to Atherton, who looks to get beyond. Cross goes in, looks to the right side. Hughes moves onto it. Can't get a clean header onto it. Lemon's going to cover that as it goes out for a goal kick. Hughes, the danger man, the well-known danger man. Northern Premier League East Player of the Season last year. Leading goal scorer by a fine margin. And well-deserved award as well. You couldn't argue against it. So back with Townsend to take the long ball forward. Right-footed sends it forward, looking for Poole this one, but Wild heads away with ease. Because to Redford, who heads it on. Dolman's got to be alive to that. He gets a bit of a shunt there, but nothing given as Hall gets it, touches it on to Green. Green right-footed back to Hall. Left-footed will look to switch play, and he does so successfully before Poole gets touching. Goes down with a scream, but didn't get touched, so not sure why. And the referee's not buying it either, as Hawkridge will switch play to the right-hand side to Atherton. Touch it on back to Green here. Thinking of the cross, he's going to put the cross in, looks to the far side. It's beyond everyone and out for a goal kick. Just because I've got York, someone who's spotted York City near me, it is 1-0 to York in their non-league game. So, and in a local fixture, Chesterfield are beating Boreham Wood 1-0 through Liam Mandeville. As Townsend sends one long off the back of Goodwin that comes and Worksop will get the ball. Lay it off to the left-hand side. It looks like after that little bury from Stocksbridge, Worksop are back in control of it. It's into midfield and O'Connor's won that in midfield. Got it to Lemon, who takes it right footer, gets it through to Rawson. Touch backwards, he's been forced backwards further again. But no help really, gets Poole, flicks it on. Goodwin will collect it, looks to beat his man on the inside, but Taft stops that and Worksop will pass it all the way back to Atherton and then back to Cooper. Cooper takes the touch here to Broadhead. Then along here to the 7. Then Hawkridge and then to Taft, who will carry it forward and then pass it across the halfway line to Wild and back to Taft. Then across to Hawkridge, who has seen less of the ball in the last 10 minutes. Right footer tries to get into the box, but headed on by Green onto the right wing to to Hall, cuts inside, left-footed cross, looks for the far post. Hughes will keep it in, and hit it on up the line from Oglesby. It's not away yet. Lemon, though, does get it away, and that's crucial. Townsend was beaten, but Charlie Oglesby with the heroics on the line to keep it at 0-0. Wild is then tackled, and a foul. Well, I thought it was a foul, and Pools seemed to stop like there was one, but we will continue. Worksop continue to be on the ball here. Biggest chance of the game. That's Charlie Oglesby cleared that off the line. With Hawkridge here, who will right-footed switch it onto right back now to Hall. Has beaten his man there, gets it across, and then Turner gets the deflection. It's out for a corner kick. 41 minutes gone in this game, and it is 0-0 so far. So corner kick, Terry Hawkridge heading over to take it. So we're taking a few. So Hall's offering a short option, but instead the right foot cross going to go in. Headed away by Oglesby again. Almost Hall on the edge of the box, but not. It's going to go back to Green, who's then going to get it back to Hawkridge on that right-hand side. Controls it. Being faced up here, but he's got some options. He's going to pass it sideways to Hall, and it's opened up for him a bit. Sprints. He's trying to find space. Back hills a bit. No one's there, but Hughes is there now. No one knew he was going to go there, even with defence and attack. Right to Hawkridge on the right-hand side. Looks to beat the man. Here comes the cross, looking for that far end, but it's going to hit the top of the net and go out for a goal kick. So it's back to a goal kick here. I think we've got a few Worksop fans aiming their eye at Ben Townsend now, so to get on with it. And Townsend will right-footed send it long, looking for Rawson here, who heads it on. Watson will look to chase and cause problems. Taft is the one who Watson might nip in there almost and cause a few problems. Cooper came out to rescue his defender because I think Taft had been beaten there. Taft here passes sideways now to Broadhead, who right-footed will send it forward. Goes to Hughes, who chests it down for Starsenko. Right-footed sends one for Green to chase. Lemon should have that covered. He's going to knock it back to Townsend, who boots that one away. That to Taft, who takes the touch and then crosses the halfway line. And then gives it to Hawkridge. Right-footed will look to switch play, looking for Hall on the right wing, who chests down. We're going to face up with Dolman. Dolman looks to try and limit his options as Hall's forced to dribble back and then pass it back to Green. Then back onto the right-hand side, then to Hall. Left-footed cross goes in. Oglesby heads it away. And then to back into central midfield. Rawson causing a problem as it's forced back into central defence. Now Rawson trying to challenge Broadhead, but Broadhead a bit more ease as it goes to Daft and then back to Broadhead it goes. Then across to Taft. And then dropping deep is Hawkridge. Right-footed looks for Hall. It's a good-looking pass. He tucks it down well. Face up, he's going to try and get into the box. Left-footed cross going in for the Faros. Headed in, a great save from Townsend. Right-footed is still in there. Dolman will try and knock it off. It's Starsenko who's rescued it in the box. Then back to Atherton, puts the cross in. Deflects away. Stocksbridge haven't got it away. Still in the box before a Worksop player can't get hold of it. Probably out for a goal kick. It's another great save from Ben Townsend, who's been on good form today so far. With his right hand stopping that from going in. We're waiting to see how many added minutes we'll have in this first half. I can't imagine too much. Well, actually, we might have for Goodwin's injury about 2 or 3 minutes. And here comes Townsend's right-footed ball forward, looking for Rawson, who heads it on. Watson, I think we've thought about challenging it. If it doesn't, it's going to be easily headed back to the goalkeeper by Taft. So it's a minimum of 3 minutes. That seems fair after Goodwin was down for a decent summertime. Back here on the left-hand side and miscontrolled by Starsenko, and it's going to be a throw-in. So Lemon will right-footed get it down. Look for Olsen, who's wrestled to the ground, and there will be a free kick for that one. It's going to be a free kick. See, Thomas Poole going to take it as Worksop kick that one away from Poole. But we'll Worksop's doing a bit of a high line to see what to defend this one, as Stocksbridge will look to get this into the box and see what problems they can cause. Right-footed ball into the box, looking for the far end, head up into the by Ogs, but it's going to be a problem. Cooper though claims it really well under his bar, under some serious pressure from Rawson and Goodwin as well. And as Goodwin and Rawson try and get back, Worksop going to see if they can take advantage of a bit of space for once. Hughes, outside of his boot, sends it to the right wing to Hawkridge, then tries to side a bit of miscontrol, and that allows Dolman to get in, and Dolman's going to try and get through one player, and he isn't going to continue on to that one, and Broadhead will take it. Dolman continue to tackle. Dolman then pulls him down with that foul. Dolman's going to get a bit of a telling off for this one. The young wing back. As it's now back for Hawkins to take a free kick, just in the Steel's half on the semicircle. Well, on the centre circle. Right-footed ball, looking for the far end of the box, but Oglesby will head that one away. He's headed everything out so far as Poole kicks it, pass it back to Goodwin. He'll boot this one long, and it's going to be a chase as Watson's going to try and cause a problem here for Atherton, but Atherton is the one who caused the problem. It will be half-time here, so it's 0-0 here between Worksop Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. It's Worksop who had the better chances. Oakley had to clear one off the line, but the Steel's defence has remained remarkably strong during that game, and we've got 45 minutes more to decide this FA Trophy match. We will see you in 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back here to Sandy Lane for this FA Trophy match between Worksop Town and Stocksbridge Park Steels. I'm Adam Allcroft and this commentary is sponsored by Jason Rawson, carpet fitter and supplier. Yeah, so it's 0-0 here. Worksop have had the better chances. That Alexander Sarsenko had a header cleared off the line by Charlie Oglesby. Stocksbridge not totally out of it, but have probably been the second best team in all honesty. But it's what matters is the scoreline, and the scoreline remains 0-0 for now. So it is all to play for in the next 45 minutes. Stocksbridge Park Steel's currently over the ball. We are ready to get this game underway again. So here we go. Stocksbridge Park Steels kick the game off by booting the ball long. So Stocksbridge Park Steels in the all red kit, kicking from right to left, whilst Worksop Town in the yellow shirt with the black claw marks, black shorts and black socks, kicking from left to right. So it works up front trying to get away, but then Poole tried to head on, but then it's covered by Green, who touched it back and then cleared away by Worksop. Dolman gets into it well, but that touch has gone quite bad because it's gone into midfield, and Worksop are able to turn this into attack. They're going down the left-hand side now, facing up with Lemon. It's Hawkridge looking for the cross in, cuts back to Wild, puts the cross in, headed away by Goodwin. Going to go all the way to Hawkridge, who I thought was going to take the shot then, but instead he's not. He's going to put it onto the left-hand side, beats one man, sliding challenge from Turner is fantastic, and Steels can clear away. So we'll let we'll leave the teams out for you now. So for Worksop, it's Paul Cooper in goal, Deegan Atherton, Josh Wild, Alexander Starsenko, Jack Broadhead, who came on for Hamza Ben Sharif in the first half, George Taft, Terry Hawkridge, Paul Green, Vaughan Redford, Liam Hughes, and Luke Hall. Left on the bench are Ben Tomlinson, Regan Hutchinson, Jay Rollins, Colin Daniel, Samuel Wedgbury, and James Hanson. The Stocksbridge team is as follows: there's no changes at the break, so it's Ben Townsend in goal, Jordan Lemon, Jack Dolman, Alex O'Connor, Charlie Oglesby, Mitchell Langton, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and Jack Watson. The bench is Bailey Ty Baker, Curtis Davis, Oliver Novak, Luca DeFalco, and Andy Ring. Just so you know, as it's gone back to Cooper. Oh, that back pass almost caused some problems. Watson was there, but Cooper able to clear it away, luckily for Worksop. Angton just knocks out forward to O'Connor, and O'Connor, a bit of a poor one, and O'Connor loses the ball there. Gives it back to Broadhead, who pushes forward here to Redford, who's dropped deep to collect it into central midfield. Back to Atherton, and then into Hawkridge, and then back right back it goes to Taft. As you know, there are a couple of goals just before the half-time break in the Northern Premier League East. Liversidge are now 2-0 up on Winterton. Liam Hardy has scored. That's his debut for Liversidge. He used to play for Worksop as well. Signed for a fee here. As Worksop tried to build on the right side, but it's over here now for a throw. And Grimsby Borough are 3-0 up on Sheffield FC. Edwin Essel has scored. And it's just a throw into Stocksbridge here as Dolman will look to take it. Throws it to O'Connor, gets stuck in his feet before go back to Dolman. Right footer sends it down long, headed away though. O'Connor races onto it, tries to get control but loses it. Goes out of play, and it's going to be Worksop's throwing. I thought it'd come off Green last, but it then goes to Hawkridge. Gets it through here to Starsenko. Then spreads it to left. First touch pass, looking, and the shot's on. The near post saved by Townsend. Clever play there. Saw Wild's run then. I thought for a second, he's passed it to no one, but no, Wild was there. And it was a drill shot, look for the near post, but Townsend is able to get down there and save. Townsend sending it long, looking for Rawson, but headed away from him. Then goes to Redford, who gets it to right side to Green, and then spreads it into Hawkridge. Now looking to get it to the left wing with Starsenko. Then looking for Hall, but touched away by Lemon, and then with his second touch, he just boots it out of play for a throw-in. Thrown back, it's into defence here for Worksop. They look to build, which they did in the first half. Goes to Green, who has to pass it back to Broadhead. Rawson and Watson are pressing, but not an intense press. O'Connor's gone up to press as well, but they've got past him, and they've found the space where he was for Redford. Redford just going horizontal for a bit, looking for his run, but hasn't found it, so he turns on the spot. Right footed pass, finds Atherton, puts it in, looking for the run of Green, but Townsend able to claim it. It's a good run. I think just a bit too ahead of him, that ball. Townsend will take his time with it now. 48 minutes gone, it means 0-0 here as the ball goes long, looking for Rawson as he heads it backwards and he earns a free kick because the arm's around his neck again. I'm just wondering if Thomas Poole is going to think this is shooting distance. Actually, I think Thomas Poole's not even going to take it, so it looks like it's been left for Curtis. Well, no, now it's been passed to Thomas Poole. Thomas Poole has scored from this distance before. I'm thinking of Pontefract Collieries last season at home, where he scored a goal from a similar sort. Maybe a bit further. This is probably a bit further out today. I could see him definitely going for it, especially with Cooper leaving that much space to his left-hand side, which is where he's on. It's on the left-hand side of the pitch. Cooper is actually Poole's going to go for the cross, headed away at the key moment. There, Oglesby was hovering behind, and it is going to be Poole charging down place. I really thought he was going to go for the shot there. Maybe because we're quite low down in this commentary position that it was not actually a bit further away than I thought it was. It can be hard to judge the distances sometimes when you're only 2 rows up. The joy of non-league commentaries, and you don't normally get a high vantage point for these matches. As it's carried forward to the left-hand side of your Worksop, they're amassing quite a lot of people here as they look to finally break down this Stocksbridge defence. Pass across here and then one-touch passing, trying to break down. Header goes into Redford, but then turning Ipson and clears out. But it is still with Worksop. Urge to shoot, said passes, but turning steps, but clears it right back to Hawkridge. And back to the left-hand side it goes to Hall, who finds Wild. Wild's forced backwards by Goodwin, who got a bit of a foot in, but it's just going to go even further back here. Right-footed ball goes into the box. Oglesby heads away. O'Connor's going to need to be good here, but he loses out on it. But then it goes to Turner, and Turner's going to look to get the kill pass to Watson here. And Watson, who's just got it here on the halfway line to beat it, beats his man. It's great by Watson, who got the beating of Jack Broadhead. Now he's going to try to find the pass through. It's being deflected. Rawson's going to try and get another. Rawson, well saved. Cooper had rushed out. That was the chance for the Steels, and Rawson, who has got a few games yet scoring now, has had it saved by Cooper, and that might have been Stocksbridge's chance of the game. It was all created by Watson, who put Jack Broadhead on his bottom there, and before going beyond him, and then the pass took a deflection, and Cooper rushed out very well to make the save. Didn't give Rawson place to aim. Now works on the attack against Starsenko. Then to Redford. Appeals for a free kick after they ran into Goodwin. Goes to Atherton, putting the cross in dangerous cross. Hughes did. And that is not what you'd expect from Liam Hughes. It was the ideal cross. Hughes did not have his marker. Completely free, but he slices it. He doesn't get a clean connection onto the ball. And a man who has scored 10 goals in 6 games you thought would make it 11 in 7. But he doesn't get a clean touch onto it. And it's going to be a goal kick. That one is a huge let-off for the Steels. And both sides will feel like they could have taken a lead in the last few moments. Stockton Town have taken the lead against Ashington. Elliot Bedeau has scored. Townsend sending it long here. Goodwin wins the header as it goes back to O'Connor, but a bit confused with who Mordaunt were going to take it. Said O'Connor's going to trip it forward, but no one's there. Rawson's going to put some pressure on. It gets passed back now to Cooper, but Cooper boots it away, and Redford's going to try and keep that in, but in the end, O'Connor has to head that one out. 52 minutes gone in this game. 2 big chances for both sides early on in the second half. But that's a very loose pass that goes to Poole, and Poole looks to get the beaten man, but he's lost the physical battle there. It's a really bit lightweight from Poole against a physical side. As he goes to Hall on the left-hand side, who looks to beat his man here. He's into the box, and he's been driven around everywhere before Lemonade built again with a tackle from the pass, and it's out for a Worksop throw-in. Throw goes into the centre to Green, and then back to Hawkridge, and back to Green to Hall this time. Hall in the centre, then passing it across to us, passing on the left hand side, looking for the pass cross. Goodwin with a block, and it's out for a corner. Worksop passing it with a bit more pace on the edge of the box in this second half as they look to pry open this Steel's defence. Right footed ball going in and headed on by Hughes, but it's wide of the far post. Who they're not getting a clean header onto it and going wide of the goal. Speaking about a former Step 4 player, Bobby Poynton, who used to be on loan at Brighouse and Ossett United, has just scored to put Bradford City ahead. So fantastic to see a player who's had time in Step 4 do well in the EFL. I saw him pre-season for Bradford, and he was impressive. Scored against Stocksbridge last year as well. As worked on the attack here, Starsenko almost took in the box, but Dolman's covered it well, and Dolman's almost dribbled it out though for a corner kick before passing it out to Connor, who managed to get down line. That's actually done really well, Dolman there. Now it's back on the own halfway line here with Hawkridge, who will spring it out to the left hand side to Wild, and then it goes to Hall here, who's left footed cross looking to get it in. Oglesby heads it away, goes to Green on the edge of the area, then back to Hawkridge, back into Hall on that left hand side as they look to find that one moment. And then it's good when he goes in with a very physical tackle, and he might let's pass off to Rawson. Rawson's got one man to beat, but he's got Taft coming in, and Rawson's got a lot to do. Takes a shot, and it's in! It's an incredible finish, and the Steels have taken a shocking lead at Worksop Town. It's a fantastic. That ball from Ross Goodwin. Ross Goodwin there doing everything you want Ross Goodwin to do with a physical tackle, great through ball, and then a great finish to Luke Rawson, who lofts it over Paul Cooper. And then it's 1-0 to the Steels. Worksop fans aren't happy, they thought it was a foul from Goodwin. Well, just look at. I don't think it was myself. And it's 1-0 to the Steels. So there is a breach of stoppage because I believe there's an injury to a Worksop player. That's what they're claiming, is that there was a head injury to him there. We will have to try to invest in new microphones if we keep breaking up at every time we score. I just thought that one was going over initially. By Rawson had hit it, but he's actually hit it absolutely perfectly. Stockton Town have taken a 2-goal in Ashton through Michael Sweet. So we're just continuing treatment here. It's going to be stoppage here. For Steels now back to the wall to defend for, well, 34 minutes. I think it's been decided on like the committee in front of me that if the Worksop do level, it's Dave that's giving it the kiss of death. I've been told I've overheard from Graham, our chairman. I think Ollie was saying that if this was to end at 90 minutes as a level, still lots of game to play. We don't know how this game's going to go. It would go straight to penalties, much like the Ossett United game last year. If you remember, that went to penalties after 2-2. But we are obviously going to get plenty of added time here with how long this injury is. So, still having this long stoppage here. Looks like the Worksop player. I've not been able to identify him just yet. Yep. That's what happens. Worksop will be cursing the chances they didn't take at the moment, especially in the first half. And Silsden are beating Maltby Main 4-0 in a local score. That's Maltby, obviously managed by our former boss. Oh, so while we have this brief break, we have just been told by some of the Worksop people, say, We're being told to guess how many sweets are in this jar. Sorry, I'm on commentary here at the same. So we're trying to see how. So we're trying to guess now. I don't have my tape measure out, so I'll be doing that. Um. so, sorry. Graham's trying to. By the way, on this, Graham is trying to ask how many sweets are in the jar. So there has been a substitute with that injury. We haven't. Sorry, we got distracted by the fact there's sweets in a jar and guessing. We're at the fairground here, but Jay Rollins is being thrown on now for. So that's Terry Hawkridge, who's been key to this game. He's gone off, and Jay Rollins is coming on. So it's going to have to be a goal kick. So it's goal kick here for Stocksbridge quite quickly. There you go. Townsend sends it long here, looking for Goodwin. There you go, but it's headed away by Worksop. They knock it forward. Back to Osby, who heads it away. A lot for Stocksbridge to fight for now as Goodwin fights on and he wins that ball, and he then gets the foul as well. Ross Goodwin there is started to try and take control of this game in the second half. It's back for Langton to take this free kick. Langton, right footer, looking to get it to Watson, who's getting wrestled there. He gets the ball anyway, looking to get around. He's been pulled around, nothing given, but I think he's won it anyway on the left-hand side. Looking to see if he can put a cross in, but the tackle goes in and he's earned a free kick in a good position. He's causing Deegan Apperton a lot of problems. And Thomas Poole will go to take this free kick, and it's in a really good position. Last week, this is actually where Stocksbridge scored from this position, where Charlie Ogletree scored to make it 1-0 against Vincent. Obviously, we did go out to lose 2-1 in that match. Poole will look to take it. Rawson got the goal, Richard. So we are here it comes, a right-footed cross from Poole, looking for the far post, punched away by Cooper, and then Cooper races onto it. Actually, he's out of the area. Cooper's out of the area, but he's not being caught by the referee. Wow, so a big call from the referee there. Cooper had got out his area to rescue that, but the referee does not spot it. That evens it up, doesn't it, from the fact that, well, that they think that obviously they thought it was a head injury in the build up to the Stocksbridge goal, meaning that shouldn't fall. And it looks like we're going to see a booking for Jordan Lemon here, who looks as confused as it used. I think that will be for the descent after that, but that was Cooper. But he was a decent man out. That was the. I'm going to try and edit a setting to try and make sure we don't break goals in future as well, because I think it's one of these settings I've done to try and make it better with the internet. As Turner gets the ball down the right-hand side, but loses it to Worksop, and they get it back. But then one eye up by Goodman, then Lua lost again. It shouldn't be. The audio shouldn't be different, but we'll try and see if this works. As this weird beetle comes and joins me behind me. Look at this thing. Oh, it's a stink beetle, apparently. Go away. Yeah, no, I had stink beetle. That's why I'm trying to get away. I don't. Sorry, Worksop on the attack here. As it goes into the middle for Rollins as he gets his first touch on the ball. Back to Atherton, who passes it centrally. Right footed ball going into Hawkridge, into the 6-yard area beyond everyone, out for a goal kick. 62 minutes gone in this game. Means 1-0 to the Steels. back for Townsend. So Silsden are now 5-0 up on Maltby Main. Obviously, Maltby may have been in the start this week of the threats to their ground, according to local councils. As it's head beyond and top headed back, but it's going to end up right back in Townsend's arms here. Sheffield FC are down to 10 men. Former Steel Rory Coleman has been sent off. As Townsend sends one long, Rawson fights for it, but headed away by Taff. That's Ovi, left-footed, sends it down for Watson, who looks to get this under control. He does, but he's forced well backwards. Turns well, though. He's got options of O'Connor, but he's going to get tackled and lose the ball. And he's going to cut, but he carries on after a few tackles and then loses it the second time. Probably could have took a pass there, but you are impressed with that. When Watson's staying down, as it's continued here through Redford, then across to Wild, and then back into central midfield here to Starsenko, then across and back to the right hand side to Atherton, who takes the touch. Right footed ball going into Hughes, who controls it not well. Good in a bit of contact, but then Lemon going to clears it out. Has he done it well for Watson? He has, and now Watson has some space in front of him. Watson, he's got two men around him now, but he cuts inside, takes them away, slips it to Rawson, who needs to turn, turns well, tries to get back to Watson, but it's not there, and he's got three men blocking his path to the goal. Watson goes down, and Rawson's still trying to find his way to goal. Leaves it to Poole on the right-hand side. Poole cutting inside, going to go down the lane, cuts it across, well saved by Cooper. Corner kick to the Steels on the left-hand side. I think this is our highest listenership of the season so far. 28 people currently listening. Thank you to everyone who's listening today as we wait for the rest of this match. Steels leading 1-0, and they have a corner kick right now. Poole heading over to take it. Here goes right footed, looks for the far post here. Head away by Worksop. Worksop for a free kick as well, not given as Turner tried to head it back to Poole, but it's the header's short, but head back to Poole. Gets a little nick, but nothing given as it goes back to O'Connor. Right footed will look to boot it back in. Goodwin is going to challenge for it, but it's headed up into the air and unchallenged away by Worksop. Gets it to Hughes, and he's not a great toucher. And it's in a Turner loses it and then goes off to Wild, and it's a bit open up here. Looks for the overlap for Hall here on the left-hand side. Worksop actually have some space to work in. They cut inside here. Clyde looks for the ball. It's deflected, and he's going to go out for a corner kick. Hello, Gary Ward. I can see Karen Lowe saying, well done, Luke Rawson, as well, in the comments. And Karen Ward saying, good old Coleman, if I refer to his red card in their game against Sheffield FC. Corner kick for Worksop. This is where they were very dangerous in the first 15 minutes before. Actually, had a good run of them. He comes looking for the far end, headed away by Oglesby. Looks like that's going to bounce out for a throw-in. Actually, not sure where it's gone out for because we can't see the corner flag from this position. Due to the building the house, I think it is a throw because Afton's going over there for a long throw. So we need to be on. Well, they've been on top form defending throughout their game. They just need to do it again. Here comes a throw in. Over the top, it's into the 6-yard area. Hooked away by Oglesby. Someone's over the top of Oglesby. And then someone goes into Townsend and he tries to catch it. And it's going to be a free kick. I think there were two fouls from Worksop in there. One was someone laying on top of Oglesby as if it was a Roman painting. We are 66 minutes gone with it being 1-0 to the Steels at the moment. And so Colin Daniel is Worksop throwing on Colin Daniel now to replace Vaughan Redford. Thought we might have seen James Anson. In a local result, Fulham have taken the lead against Sheffield United through Bobby Reid. It's Jordan Lemon will have this throw in here. Long throw down the line, looking for Goodwin, but head away from him. Back to Poole, who's right footed, sends it long. Watson's going to fight for it here. Needs it down to the back to O'Connor, who carries it forward. He thought about a shot, I could see it in his eyes. He said he's going to carry it on. Thought about the shot again and said he's going to carry on it. Passes it out to Poole, who then touches it past. I think there was a free kick there, and it is going to be a free kick. And Worksop are not happy about it, as the former Worksop man gets a free kick in a good position. He's staying down as well. Liversidge are 3-0 upon Winterton due to that great player, Unknown. Good game for Liversidge, that. Poole have it hands. It's about just a couple of yards away from the corner of the right-hand side of the box. An ideal one to loft in. That's why you can see Oglesby and Rawson and Goodwin hanging around that far side of the mass of people. Langton at the near. Rawson's moved to the near now as well. It comes, it's looking for the near, headed away at the near, though it's still in the box area, but Worksop headed away well. Back to Turner, who chase it down, right footer gets to left to Watson, who gets down really well, drills it across, but Cooper collects it. And then Rawson, I think, grabs hold of Cooper. Then I think I'll be shocked if he don't get a booking for that. He does get a booking for that. Just gave Paul Cooper a big old hug to stop the quick counter. 69 minutes gone in this game now. Right footer ball forward now from Worksop. Over the top of Langston head, but it just goes back to Lemon, who's able to boot it away. Then it's going to be headed back from Worksop all the way back to Cooper, who's come way out of his goal here. And now he's back in centre strength with Broadhead. They carry it forward, pass it to it right, then to Rollins, and back to Atherton. Put into the centre now for Green, former Doncaster Rovers maestro. As he gets it to Wild on the left-hand side. They're looking to either man here as he gets it to Hall. It does beat Lemon, but Turner's covered it from really well and gets it and then clears it downfield. No one's there for it. It's going to bounce out right where Ian Richards is actually for a Worksop throw-in. Worksop on the ball. Now they're going to put a left-footed ball into the box. Oakley just slices the header away, but Watson will get it on the left-hand side, and he just boots that one as far away as possible. Hits the top of the stand above, right above us here. Back now for Green, who's going to send it back to Taft now in the centre of defence. Spreads it out to the left here, where Wild is, and Wild's going to go forward. Gets it to him. I'm trying to think. 16. It's Colin Daniel there. First touches. Claims for a handball. They're light ones. Back on the left hand side. Cross going in, looking for Hughes, who makes the move, takes the header, and it's over the bar. But it's actually going to be a corner kick. Hughes gets a clean header onto it, and it's a corner kick. What can we say? It's going to be a corner. Stocksbridge are going to have to be on top defending duties. There are questions on whether it was a corner kick are being asked. Here comes the corner. Look for the far post. Free header. Blocked by the back of Oglesby, who had already been pushed over. And then another drill shot comes in, and that one was from Paul Green, but it's wide at the near post. And then Townsend is going to go down there. Gets booed by the Worksop fans. Liam Hughes shouts a few things at him as well. And Pete will have to come on and do it. Pete Goldshaw comes on. It's for his second time out doing treatment work. I can't call him a physio. I get told off. So it's still 1-0 to the Steels here. 72 minutes gone in this game as Townsend gets treatment, stretching his leg. As someone who plays in golf in another sport, I will always back the goalkeeper on this. These 4G pitches can strain the muscles a lot more than a regular grass turf running on them. So it's just taking some time here for it, and Townsend is back up. It's a good job he is, because there is no one on the bench, to play in goal. So it would be an interesting one if Townsend ever had to go off. Guernsey Borough have gone 4-0 up on Sheffield FC. Bailey Adamson's the latest scorer. And Pete Goldstraw being told. And he's told to get off at the shortest point of the pitch as well. Graham, it's 4-1, Chelsea. Yeah. Ben Townsend will send this long. Rawson's trying to run to get onto it. It goes over his head though, and it goes to Green, who heads it back to Broadhead. Controls it as it goes. He passes it short to Green, and Green right footed gets it to Wild on the left wing. Just carry it, take it forward. He's cutting inside. He's got the overlap option here. He takes the overlap option. Cross goes in, goes to Hughes, who pushes over his man, and it's going to be a free kick. Hughes looks really angry about it, and he could, if he carries on with words like that towards the linesman, he might end up in the book for dissent, because I've just heard a very key swear word there, and he could talk his way into the book there. Both arms into the back of the defender. It definitely was a free kick. Townsend will get another chance to boot this ball as far away down the field as possible. Ball going long, looking for Rawson. Headed away though, and then headed on by Rollins. Goes to Hughes, but touches nipped out by Langton. Gets through to Rawson. Tries to flick on for Watson. It's behind him. Watson can't keep it in. It's going to be a throw into Worksop. We're just going to deal with a lot of Worksop pressure now for the rest of this game. Liversidge are 4-0 up on Winterton. Alfie Roars scored from the spot. With Taft now. Just going onto the left-hand side now for Wild, and back to Taft. Then across to Broadhead. Then knocked on looking for the attacker, then back over to Atherton on this right wing back roll. On the edge of the box, free. Rollins is free. Rollins gets across the goal box. And it's in the... Through Liam Hughes. It's some good plays. One touch passing. It's finally unlocked to Stone. Stocksbridge defence, and they have equalised, and they're going to think they can go push on for the win now. Hughes has now scored 7 goals in 7 games now. And it's just a frustrating one for Stocksbridge, who to then defended so well. Back for Goodwin, who knocks it forward here to Poole. Poole tried to get caught in his hand. Well, thought it was an handball from Wild, but not given. Referee, not many major decisions, but I think, well, apart from the Cooper one, that's kind of let himself down. Gets it flicked, and now Worksop will try and cut back, and they're going to go for it now as he goes to the edge here. Takes a shot, deflected, and Townsend races to keep that in. He can't do, though. The awkward bounce to the 4G hurts him there, and it's going to be a free kick. I know I'm cutting out there's a goal. I don't know what it is, and I don't know how to solve it at this point. So, Bill Ferriby have gone 4-0 up on Atherton Colliery through Danielle and Adam Boulder. And now Worksop, we're on the corner. They're looking to take a quick lead now. Right footed going in, look to the near post. Lemon heads away at the near post. Then Poole gets in with a good touch. O'Connor can only knock it up into the air. O'Connor trying to track it. He can't do it. It's knocked away, but then Goodwin goes in. It goes to Worksop. Hughes will take the shot. Lofted. Then couldn't have to claw it away. And then Lemon boots that one away. Goes out forward, back into centre back for Worksop. They're just piling on the pressure now. On the left-hand side here. Looks to cut him, but Poole with a good standing tackle. But he goes back, and it was a... Poole's getting hung by that, but then it's still tackling. There's a chance for a counter-attack. Rawson here moves centrally. And then Watson's pushed over there, but nothing given there as Rawson continues to go on his own. Tries to go on his own, but the tackle goes in onto Cooper, who tackles away. Oglesby will head away. The offside flag goes up there, and then goes to Turner, who then is going to be a mass and then tackled, and the free kick given there. Supposed to be trying to get a foul going their way. So it's a free kick here for Stocksbridge. are going to have it back in their own half. It's going to be for the offside, not the second foul. Townsend will send it long, looking for Watson on the left-hand side. Only can be headed sideways by Atherton, but then booted away by Broadhead. Going to go to Hughes, and Hughes heads it on, but only back to Langton, who chests it down. Right footer sends it long for Ross to try and fight with, but can only head it backwards. Cooper's going to rush onto that and collect it. 78 minutes gone in this game, just 1-1 here after Liam Hughes' equaliser. Probably the least surprising man to score. Into midfield now for Stasenko, who threads it onto the left-hand side. We're going to cut inside from Hull and try and lick the pass through. He's trying to do this one-touch passing again to unlock it and then get it to Atherton on the right-hand side. Cross going in and then head away by Ovi. It's not away fully yet. It's been collected by Wild and onto the edge of the box. Right-footed shot is out of the stadium and into the car park. So yeah, as it is one, we just let you know, we said earlier, but it is a case that if this does end up level at the end of 90 minutes, we will be going straight to penalty kicks. So it's back for Townsend now. Right footed, sent long, looking for Rawson. Headed out by Broadhead, and it's going to be it's somehow a Worksop throw, even though Jack Broadhead headed it out to play. It's, yeah, well, we've tried not to comment too much on that sort of thing today, but yeah. Wild on the left-hand side. Back to Taft now in centre-back. Pings it into the box, and Dolman has to head it behind him. It's out for a throw near the corner flag. And it's going to be a long throw for Atherton to take. Here comes that long throw. Turner heads it away. Goes right back out to Atherton, who's going to let off a Hall on the right wing here. Good sliding challenge from Dolman. Goes, that's going to be a throw into Worksop in an identical position. As Phil for offside, given after quickly after that throw in, and it's going to be a free kick. We are at the 80th minute now. And it remains 1-1. So Townsend, who will take his time, he'll be gutted his clean sheet's gone, but right footed centre forward. No one there though. It's Taft who gets a free header forward. Townsend's not even back in his own goal yet, but thankfully it's a header too far for anyone, and Lemon gets to it first and heads it back to Townsend. That could have been problems for Stocksbridge then. And it would have been created their own problem now, and they don't need to create their own problem. Worksop can create enough for this defence we are that. Ball goes long for Townsend, and Taft heads it away. And then Sarsen goes over the top of Turner, but nothing given. Goodwin then heads it back into to where Green is, and Green gathers it, gets it to Hughes, who's dropped deep for this one, sending it to the left wing now. Worksop trying to cut in, trying to get down to the line, and then peg back, and then back to the left-hand side, and Hull's hovering, and the right-footed ball goes in, head up into the by Connor. It's not a good one. Before Uglesby, gets a proper head away. Back to Atherton, who gets it to Green, who gives it all the way back to Broadhead. Stocksbridge push out a bit, but it's going to go back to Green now, who has time on the ball, just inside the Steel's half. And he gives it now to Starsenko. Worksop fans getting a bit agitated at the slow pace. Starsenko tries to drive forward a bit, but stops and has to pass it back to Green. Green will then pass it over to Atherton, then back to Green. Chip ball in, looking for Hughes, but headed away by Dolman, and then Turner's going to try and get on the second ball, heads that onto Rawson, who heads on for Turner, and Turner will just boot that one away. No one's there for it, but it will get it further away for a period, and Wild will come back deep to collect that. Back now here for Green. Rollins is calling for it on the right wing. Real danger man, Rollins. We're facing his former team in the next round of the FA Cup, Boston. As the ball pinged into the box, Hughes chests it down, and Hughes goes down very acrobatically. And if you think that's a penalty, you're daft, because if a big man like that don't go down on that soft a touch. As it bounces box, Hughes again, chests it down, knocks it back to Hall. Hall looking for what he can do. He's been forced a bit backwards, step by step, but then tries to get the pass through to Hughes, who tries back a little, but then Langton clears away to Rawson, who will look to hold it up, and he's holding it up really well to Dolman, who takes a few steps forward, and Dolman charges down. Jack Dolman continuing to go down, lays a great pass off to Jack Watson, no offside flag, and then the offside flag goes up. Disappointing. It was a potential of a good counter there, but unfortunately the offside flag stops that one. Ossett United are 1-0 upon Consett. TJ Ibrahim has scored that. And Kevin Hayes has made it 3-0 to Stockton away at Ashton. 83 minutes gone in this game. As Wild carries it forward. Back into defence to Green and then to Taft. Who's going to take it forward, carry it forward. We'll have a decent amount of stoppage time by my reckoning. As Hall gets it to Wild on the left-hand side. Puts the cross in. It's a good-looking cross, and Dolman clears by the far post, but into a dangerous area. Sarsenko takes a shot, deflected, and out for a corner. I think Goodwin may have got hit in a very precious area there. But he's up. Goodwin doesn't look happy with himself, at least. Corner kick for the Steels. So, for Green to take this corner. Used to take on us for Doncaster Rovers, now taking for Worksop. Right-footed. Looking the near post. Head away by Dolman. Big, strong, confident header from him. Touch back into the box, but then Dolman again heads it away. Hull looks to take a touch, but he's not a good one. It's out for a throw-in. Getting it to Wild. He's taking it quickly. Gets it to Starsenko. Then to Green, who's trying to dictate play at the moment. Right for the ball into the box. Head away by Oglesby. O'Connor's racing onto that, but he is the slowest to it. With Atherton. Atherton puts it back into the box. Rollins looks to turn. Takes shot deflection. Great save, Townsend! Townsend really doing well to get down to his right quickly, because for a while it looked like I was sneaking in the bottom post. It's out for a Worksop throwing on near the corner flag. Actually, Stocksbridge throwing. Stocksbridge are actually yet to make a substitute in this game, which is a bit surprising. So it's back for Lemon to take this throw in, a chance for Steels to try and get this ball as far away from their goal as possible. Big long throw down. Rawson gets dragged down. Nothing given there. Worksop appealing for it as well. I'm guessing the referees have decided it's 6-1 and half a dozen at other. As it's on to Rollins down the right-hand side. Looking to cut on the inside, then goes down the outside. Great play from Rollins. Tackle goes in. Shot goes in from Daniel. Goes to the box to Hall. Takes a shot. Great save, Townsend again. Corner kick. Ben Townsend's having a great game. So it's 86 minutes on in this game, and it's another corner for Worksop. They're piling everything on at the moment. So big corner for Steels to defend. Here it comes. Chipped one into the box, and Oglesby heads that one way really well. Ball clipped back in. Rawson will head that one way, then back to Hall again. Left-footed, puts another ball into the box. He's looking for that far end, headed inwards, but covered by Goodwin, who boots that one away. It's going to go to Wild here on the left-hand side. It just goes back to Worksop every time, and then to Green, who rolls it forward. And then tackle there by Turner, but it's going to go loose. It's to Hughes here. But on the 18 yards out, spreads it to Hall on the right-hand side. Get cuts inside, left-footed, and drills it into the car park. Goal kick. Foot. 87 minutes into this game now. Consett have got a quick equalise against Ossett. Scott Fenwick has scored. And it's now back here for Townsend to take this. Townsend will send it long, looking for Rawson. Headed away though. But then to Turner, who heads it back onto that left wing area, but no one's really there for it. As clear away by Afton Climpley, but only back to Oaksby who slices his clearance. And it's going to, oh, almost take Dave Towler out. Don't worry, Healthcare is sitting next to him. Atherton throws it in, but immediately tapped by Watson, who turns and he's holding up well. Lays back to Turner, left footed, sends on long. Trying to get it to Rawson. Rawson's being held by Broadhead, but nothing is being given as it goes back to Cooper. They go back to Cooper, who takes a short pass then to Green. Green takes a touch. Right footed, looking for Rollins. And then Dorman intercepts it really well. Gets it to O'Connor, who touches it onto Watson, who pulls it down well. Gets the beating of his man as he gets it to Rawson. Rawson needs an overlapper, but he gets it finally with Turner. Got Poole onto his right here. He actually lays it off to Lemon, who's pushed forward. Lemon carrying on forward. Lemon thinking of the shot. He's going to take the shot. Not far off at all either. Part of you, when you see Lemon taking, you just think, just pass it, Jordan Lemon. But he weren't too far off there. He did see his name in lights, and to be fair, they flickered for a second. Ball goes long here from Worksop, goes to Hughes, but goes beyond him. Dolman will volley it out, but it only goes central. But that's a poor touch, but he gets it to Hughes anyway. Gets it now to Starsenko, who's now going to look to get it into the box, blocked by Chester Osby, and gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor will carry this out. Gets it to Watson. One touch pass to Ross, but intercepted and cleared down the line. And then offside from Rollins, who was 15. That's another one's aimed, well, it's the top of the roof. I thought that was another one aimed at Dave Towler. I wonder if Dave's upset him in some way. We are in the 89th minute here as Dolman is down and is likely going to need some treatment here. Pete's heading back on, running onto the pitch like a gazelle. I haven't seen how much injury time we're going to get. I imagine a lot because of the stoppage we had after the goal. The first goal anyway. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's 5 or 6 minutes. That's what I'm going to operate on in my mind it is, because I've not seen it. Barnsley have taken the lead against Exeter City. McAtee and Fulham have retaken the lead against Sheffield United. Wes Foderingham has scored an own goal. Bloody hell. Just been told Tottenham are top of the league. We know that won't last for very long, though. It's Tottenham. Chesterfield are 2-0 up on Boreham Wood. Quigley, the latest scorer. So, Dolman, who is back up on his feet, will have to head off the pitch for a bit. Ashington have got one back against Stockton. Wilson Neeshaw. So Townsend will look to send this probably down as far. 8 minutes added on. I'd say that's a bit long, really, but well, we'll play till Worksop score, I'm sure. As Starsenko goes down very easily. I was waiting for Dolman to be allowed back on. Referee is finally, after the shouting from that committee here, they do let him on. That's why you have the committee. They shout referees when you need them to. And it's a time for Green to try and put this ball into the box for Worksop. Very light free kick, I thought. Right footed ball into the box. Player goes down. Hughes goes down, but not going for that one. Watson gets a good touch, and Watson's going to try and turn this counter. Passes it beyond there. Someone did go for Watson then, and Watson's going to lay off for O'Connor. It's not a great pass. O'Connor touches it back to Watson. It's creating more problems, and it's a weak shot from Watson, and Watson looks as disappointed with himself as I think the away fans are. A shame, really. Too much passing about, I think, there for the Steels. As worked to immediately get it away, but Lemon boots it out for a throw. Going down left-hand side, Worksop, they cut in the inside. Turner checks, and it will be a penalty kick. It is a penalty, fair enough, but even though Worksop have been going down like nothing else, and it's a big chance for Worksop to win this game now in the stoppage time. A big, big opportunity, but Ben Townsend here will hoping that he can be the hero. Feel like referee was looking for that, to be honest. Liam Hughes obviously going to be the man to take it. As it's just taken a while to happen because Ross Goodwin's having some protestations. Turner gave the foul away, yeah. So Hughes is going to be the man to try and send Worksop through to the next round of the trophy. There'll be not much time for the Steels to get back into it for this. Townsend has had a good record at saving penalties. He didn't save one last week though. So big moment in this game. The linesman's come deep in here. Linesman going to talk with the referee first, actually. So I'm not sure what the linesman's discussing with the referee. What is it? So he's telling Pete Goldstraw to go. He'd gone quite deep. Pete was returning from the previous injury, Dolman still. So Hughes will now take the penalty. Runs up, takes it, and it's going. Hughes makes it 2-1 to Worksop. Disappointed if the Steels are going to leave up. Lewis has made it 2-1 now here, and well, Steels have to fight back now, see if we can try and force his penalties. And so it's not. So we'll see how long we get now. We're waiting for the Worksop are not being hurrying back, and they're not getting told to hurry back by a referee who's, well, not done particularly well at times. So back for Poole, who will wait to take this kick off when finally the Worksop players return to the feed. Not being hurried up by the referee at all, is it? No, that's Turner. Turner, right footer, will try and get this down the right wing quickly. Headed away to Poole, who takes a touch to Oglesby, who's gone forward. Poole is tackled. Lemon drives in and will try and get across. Deflects up into the air. Oglesby is going to challenge for this. It's head away here and then touched on, and Langton will press forward and right footer, get it to the left wing to Dolman. Dolman drills down the left-hand side, looking to see if he can get the beater of his man. He does get the beater of Rollins, puts the ball across. Good one, head away. Again, Turner takes a shot, deflects it away, goes to O'Connor. He's thinking of a shot. He said he's going to chip it to the right-hand side to Poole, who knocks it very high over the end, and it's not going to be to anyone in particular, and going to go out for a goal kick. Does look like this will, unfortunately, after doing so well, it might just be it at the end for us. Back for Cooper to take this. Steels did have a couple of chances to retake the lead, but obviously, especially Watson towards the end, but well, not to be today, not to be. As Cooper sends it low. It's going to go all the way to Rollins here. It's kind of dazzled everyone. Rollins going to loft over the top, looking for Hughes, takes the touch. Muscles him, saved by Townsend. And then Hughes is trying to get in the way of Jordan Lemon getting back onto the pitch. Townsend needs to just not get drawn into it. So ices it to Dorman, who keeps it in really well. Touched it onto Watson, who tries to get, but he's out muscled, and Rollins wins the ball back and puts his foot onto it, and then it's going to be a bit of a scramble for it. Goes out for a Worksop throw. Wonder what happened if Cooper had been sent off. He had to handle the ball outside his box. Not long after Stocksbridge equalised, Stocksbridge had taken the lead, and well, it could have been a very different game. But unfortunately, things have looks not gone our way today. Good touch from Langton, takes beyond one man, right footed drills forward. Watson trying to be on the end of it, but head away by Taff. Goes to Daniel, who controls it well, gets it to left hand side, and then it's looking to ping onto the right hand side. We're in the 7th minute of added time, according to my clock, has played up to Rollins on the right. Cross goes in, and then clear away by Goodwin out for a corner to Worksop. So it's a throw in here. That's going to be a time wasting throw in our one little blind spot we have here. Seeing a Worksop fan play about 30 time, 8 minutes. We're given to you at 1-1. I just want to remind you. And it's just in the flag. It is in the corner flag right now. We can't see what's happening, so not sure what's going off. And eventually is knocked away to Townsend for a goal kick. Right-footed, sent long. Oglesby's up there to try and head it on. He does head it on, but Rawson's going to pay chase and try and cause a problem, but knocked away by Taft. Turner gets a good touch onto it, but he loses it, and then Green's going to drill forward, and this might be where Worksop try and kill the game off as Hall comes on the left-hand side, pens back, and then he's still waiting for it. Takes a shot blocked by O'Connor out for a throw-in. Just waiting for the full-time whistle at this point now. And unsurprisingly, Josh Wild taking all his time to head over there. As the Dragonfly comes in and pays us a little visit. I suppose it's better than the daddy long legs we get at our ground. A million of them at Breckenmore at the moment. Pontefract have equalised in the last minute. Elliot Owen has scored, and Ossett have retaken the lead against Consett Janny Lipka. As it's in the corner flag, comes off, and it's going to be another Worksop throwing. Game just going down to nothing in the end, unfortunately. And that will be full time, right? Stocksbridge did take the lead through a fantastic finish from Luke Rawson, but Worksop came back. 2 goals from Liam Hughes means that Worksop will progress in the trophy while the Steels go out. There will be some moments. Paul Cooper handled it outside his box, which the referee didn't see. And obviously there's some doubt over the penalty, but Worksop did win it 2-1 in the end after a lot of pressure towards the end. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator. We'll see you next Saturday for the game against Hebburn on Saturday.